It's Gene, retired in Mexico. And if you're new to the channel, we ask one question here, which is, do they write them and sing them like they used to? Now, a lot of people, young, old, doesn't matter. They think the old music is better, and I'm not so sure. And today we're going to do a little flip around. So usually we celebrate the really good music of the 21st century, but to show a little balance, we're going back to the 80s pop charts. I've pulled some songs from lists that people have made on the internet, songs that people don't like for one reason or another. We'll see how I feel about it. And a couple things. One is this is just for fun. Okay, just for fun. And so some people take this pretty seriously. I don't take it that seriously. Some of these songs I like too. In fact, a lot of them I like. The last round we did, I thought they were all fine. So anyway, we're going to whittle this down. Oh, and the second thing is, it's just my opinion, but this is a 64 song tournament, like the NCAA basketball tournament that happens to be going on right now. And yeah, we're going to whittle this down. This is round 1.6. Welcome. So we're in the 1.6 is we're doing how many? 16 different ones. So we're going to do 4 songs. I pit them in pairs. And just to let you know, sometimes these, I'm doing some videos. They get copyright blocked a lot of times, especially if it's Columbia Records or Virgin or RCA. So in that case, I will do a speed ramp through that particular song. But I play them first, see if I can upload them to the YouTube channel. And then sometimes I have to do some fancy editing. But let's go ahead and get into this. So the first pair is Julio Iglesias in a duet with Willie Nelson, To All the Girls I've Loved. And I know the song, I haven't heard it in a long time though. And we're going to pit that up against Chicago, You're My Inspiration. So that should be an interesting pairing. And then we're going to do 2 songs from Philadelphia musicians. I think that's a good pairing. Robert Hazard, Escalator of Life, and the Hooters, All You Zombies. So I've heard all these songs. I probably know the Hooters song the least. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here's Julio Iglesias from Spain.
To all the girls I've loved before, who traveled in and out my door, I'm glad they came along. I dedicate this song to all the girls I've loved before, to all the girls I once caressed. And may I say I've had the best for helping me to grow. I owe a lot, I know, to all the girls I've loved before. The winds of change are always blowing, and every time I try to stay, the winds of change continue blowing, and they just carry me away. To all the girls who shared my life, who now are someone else's wives, I'm glad they came along. I dedicate this song to all the girls I've loved before, to all the girls who cared for me, who filled my nights with ecstasy. They live within my heart. I'll always be a part of all the girls I've loved before. The winds of change are always blowing, and every time I try to stay, the winds of change continue we're glad they came along. We dedicate this song to all the girls we've loved before. To all the girls we've loved before. Who travel in and out our doors. We're glad they came along. We dedicate this song to all the girls we love before.
A long time since I heard that song. And both of these guys are both of these guys are still around. So Julio Iglesias is 80, and I think Willie's 90 now. So yeah, power to them. I mean, it's an inspired choice. Putting those two together was, who would have thought of that, right? And they sing together all right, and the song is decent, but boy, I hate that synthesizer programming. It is so by the numbers and so boring, and the strings and everything. I mean, yeah, all that programming is just terrible. And I can't believe this is this is number one on the country charts. Yeah, just because Willie's on it, right? It's not very country. Yeah, this is no Hank Williams. Anyway, yeah, I really don't like that song, and it's because of the music. The lyrics are fine, and the vocals are fine, and all that I don't mind. But man, that's the kind of programming I really, really do dislike. So let's go ahead and do the Chicago. I started it a little bit, so here we go. Peter Cetera and David Foster wrote this.
You know our love was meant to be the kind of love to last forever. And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You
Okay. So I think there are. Oh, so I think there are. Sorry, I'm trying to pause that. I think there are more Super Bowls than there are Chicago albums. Right? We're like up to maybe Chicago 45 and what Super Bowl 63 or something. Yeah, but it's close. Chicago 17. Um, I have a soft spot for Chicago. The very first album that I ever bought in my whole life, I rode my bike to the to Grant's department store, and I bought Chicago Transit Authority. And don't ask me why I remember this. $4.11. That's what that album cost. I considered the price carefully because that was a lot of money for a kid who was riding a bike. And yeah, that was the first album I ever bought. And I still have it. I think up in my, I might still have it up there. I'm not sure. And I still like that album. So this, not my, this is after Terry Kath was gone and James William Guercio, the producer, left, and David Foster took over. Yeah, it's not that great, but now what I will give the nod to on Willie Nelson, Julio Iglesias, I think the lyrics are better. This Chicago song, not very interesting lyrics, but you got Peter Cetera's bass on there, sounds really good. Some pretty sharp vocal arrangements. You've got the rest of the band coming in and singing, doing the background vocals, and it's really a darn good vocal arrangement, and it's got a little bit of a rock kick to it. I don't love the song, but the programming is not as annoying as the Julio Iglesias and Willie Nelson. So I'm going to advance that song to all the girls I've loved before. I really dislike the synthesizers on that song. This at least is put together better, and it's got a good guitar solo in it. So yeah, okay. So that's what I'm going to advance. I hope you agree. Kind of a tough choice, but and like I say, maybe I've soft, but I think I'm being objective. I think the Chicago is just better. The arrangement does get your attention on that, even if the lyrics are weak. And Peter Cetera is a good singer. Yeah, not my favorite style. Let's go ahead and do the Robert Hazard now. Hey, not as good as I remember it. I had a fond memory of this song. I was always thinking it was kind of Bowie-esque, but his vocals aren't as similar to Bowie as I thought. In fact, he's not as good a singer as I remembered. I still kind of like the song. It's just weird enough to be. It's so weird. It's good. You know, it's pretty kitschy, right? So yeah, I kind of liked I don't know. I kind of like that song. You kind of want to sing along with it. And we're riding on the escalator of life. We're shopping in the human mall, and it's just weird. There's one stanza in there that not so crazy about it. It's I think he even uses the word zombie in there. So maybe there's something about Philadelphia and zombies. You guys from Philadelphia can let me know. Yeah, I don't hate this song. I like it a little above the middle, but not as good as I remembered. So let's go ahead and play the Hooters and see what all you zombies is about. Is that an escalator? So, something about zombies and escalators, huh? Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Eric Bazillion or Bazillion, however he says his name. He's worked with Cyndi Lauper and Joan Osborne. I think he co-wrote the song "One of Us," which I love. So I have a lot of respect for him. But I don't know, the tempo felt wrong on this. It just felt sluggish and boring. And when that guitar solo came in, boy, did it need it. It was like a shot in the arm. That was so cool. And then it goes back to kind of being sleepy again. At least the Robert Hazard song is interesting, and I want to sing along. This "All You Zombies" by the Hooters, it's just not a song I care about. It's not that I hate it, but it's just not that interesting. So I'm going to advance that. I use the 10 song rule on everything. So like the Julio Iglesias song, I think if I played that 10 times in a row, it it would get more annoying than the Chicago song 10 times in a row. This one 10 times in a row versus Escalator of Life. Yeah, I think by the 10th play I'd be like, all right. By the way, that Chicago song, I read tonight that it was written for Kenny Rogers, but I don't think he ever recorded it. I'm not sure. So that's it. We're going to advance Julio Iglesias and Willie Nelson and the Hooters, just because we got to advance somebody, right? So those are my least favorites of these four. And hit that like or subscribe button. It helps more than you know. And as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia, and let me know your comments. Thanks.